Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Don't be scared of my face. I am just going to be reviewing for you the brand new chocolate bar palette from Too Faced. This is the semi-sweet chocolate bar palette. So I wanted to do an eye look with you and talk about it with you because I didn't want to like swatch it and stuff and then film an eye look later. So I figured I'd do it a little different. Let me know if this is too scary and doesn't work for you. So we're gonna do an eye look and talk about it with it, and then I will give you swatches after. So I just got mine yesterday. This is only available right now still for VIB and Rouge only. I'm sure probably like within a week or so it will become available to everybody else. It, I believe, was $42. I'll list the price right here, right now, so that you can know for sure. But I was excited to try this one because I hesitated so long on the first Too Faced chocolate bar palette, and then I really liked it after I decided to get it and try it. So looks like this. It is like a light brown instead of a dark brown, and then it says the Too Faced with the semi-sweet chocolate bar. And this is the thinner profile one, like the newer version of the chocolate bar palette is. And let's see, made with 100% natural cocoa powder. Semi-sweet satisfies every last beauty craving with an indulgent aroma and hydrating benefits of antioxidant-rich cocoa powder. And there's 14 eyeshadows in here. And it says, okay, so again, you have two of the eyeshadows that are bigger than the other ones, and one of them is coconut cream, which is a matte like off-white color, and then butter pecan is kind of like a peachy sparkle color, so it would look really good on the eyes, or for a pop of shimmer or something that would look nice. It has the Glamour how-to magazine, or a little pamphlet thing that it comes with. Has a nice mirror. It's so cute. It says like the semi-sweet and everything. I love it. Okay, let's look up closely at the palette. So definitely this blue stands out as a much different color from the other ones. Other than that, they kind of look similar. So I'm going to do the eye look really fast and tell you my first impression swatching it, and then I will compare this to the other chocolate bar palette and we'll do swatches. I've already primed my eyes, so I'm going to go in, I'm going to go in with this mousse color. This is kind of like a milk chocolatey brown. It looks like the lightest transition shade besides the cream. They have a peanut butter one that kind of has like a little orange tint to it. That's kind of cool. So my mirror is going to be over here today because I cannot find my other makeup mirror where I usually face you. So I'm going to try to do it in the camera as much as possible, but I think I'm close enough to where you could tell what I'm doing. It does have that little bit of fallout like the first one did because it's so soft and smooth. So just tap off your brush when you use it just to get that initial fallout off of there. And I don't consider it fallout because it sounds so bad, but it's like, it's just, you got to remember that it's creamy and it's powdery, you know what I mean? Like not powdery, chalky, kind of yuck powdery, but it's just a little powdery. Okay, now I'm going to go into, let's see, I gotta find something to put on my eyes. Okay, I'm gonna do, on my eyes, I'm gonna do this rum raisin. It's kind of like a gray sparkle color. It's like a grayish taupe color. So we'll put that on my eyes. Can't tell how much is on there. So it has a little bit of shimmer on it, but I can't tell if it's truly coming off shimmery. kind of shimmery. It's like a satin, so it's not supposed to be like glittery. I'm trying to use the camera little viewfinder thingy that I have. Hopefully I look somewhat professional. It's hard to do when you're not used to turning that way. Being silly. Okay, so that is down. That didn't do a ton for the eyelids. Let's see. Why don't we try to take this Cocoa Chill. It's like a chocolate brown that has a lot of shimmer of like green and orange. I don't know if you can tell. Like I said, I'll give swatches in just a minute. Let's try to put that down in the center of the eye. So that one's definitely a lot more pigmented and chocolatey. Wow. So that made a difference in the eye, or in the outer V, and I'm really, really wanting to try this black color, which is licorice. I want to see, you know, how black it really is. So I'm just going to touch it gently and see what it does. Because I have still yet to be able to find a black that is, you know, black. Like Makeup Geek's correct. I say it all the time, but it's true. There's no black like it. So I just did a little black. Don't worry about all this. I will clean it up, I promise. I'm going to take the coconut cream, which is this really big off-white one, and just kind of blend all that out. So I want it to be like brown without being smoky. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of this butter pecan, which is the second biggest one, which is like that peachy shimmer that I was talking about, and kind of put that right in the corner of the eyes, just to bring some light in. I really like that one. That one's really pretty. So I think I'm going to actually go back and put, I'm going to put a little bit of that all the way in, just to bring some sparkle, because that first one didn't have a lot of shimmer. And I really like this color. This one's really pretty. Okay, I'm going to go back into that Cocoa Chill one that has like the different color sparkles, and just put a little bit more on the middle of the eye again. And take a different blending brush, just because I don't want it to be like super thick, and just blend it outward. So I noticed that when I get closer, I get really critical of what I'm doing. If I stay further back, I don't. Okay, I'm going to go with a pencil brush into that light butter pecan one, the one that's really big, and follow it on the inside of the eye a little bit. So far, that's my standout shade. I like that one. Okay, I'm going to go back into this mousse color that I use as a transition and smudge it underneath the bottom here. Okay, so that's going to be the quick eye look. Just playing with a few of the shades. I'm just going to clean this up. Okay, I'm gonna get the rest of my face on, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that the eye look and stuff is done, I'm going to review for you the palette and do some swatching. So let's get started. So I'm really excited about this one. I also want to compare it to the other one when I'm done, but I'm going to swatch it for you first. And then I am going to swatch it for you going from the top down. So the first one is Licorice, which is the black. Let's see how black this is. So not bad, a little gray, but not bad. And then you have Coconut Cream, which is the one that is like an off-white, perfect for your brow bone, or if you wanted, you could do it as a transition color. And then you have Nougat, which is like a rosy pink. It's like a very dusty rose pink. Truffled is a nice, like, it's like very, very like nice dark chocolate brown. So I like that one. That looks very nice. Okay, next row. Okay, so the last one in that row is one that I'm really excited to play with, and it's called Hot Fudge. So this is Hot Fudge. That is so pretty. It has like these sparkles of like chocolate brown inside of them. It's like a lighter brown with sparkles inside, but it's like a very, very dark hot chocolate color. Like fudge. It's like a dark fudge color. It's almost like the black, but just like a shade on the brown side. Okay, so that's Hot Fudge. So that is the top row. Now let's go to the second row, which starts here at the chocolate and goes all the way down this one. This I'm excited to swatch and see what it's really like. So the first one is Cocoa Chili, which is the one that I used on the center of my eye, which is that brown that has just those different colors of gold and like gold and red and green shimmer inside of it. But it definitely comes across on it. Let me see if I can get it to focus. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I would say that it comes across, but unless you do it heavily, I don't think you're going to see it in the eye. Okay, next one is Pink Sugar. Pink Sugar is very sparkly glittery. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. Maybe you'll see it when I'm editing. I can't see it on there. But it's very, very pink sparkly. It almost comes across as like a pinky purple, but it is definitely very pink, but the shimmer is like, it's really soft. It's kind of weird. It has a super, super amount of gold and silver sparkles in it. I'm sorry, silver, yeah, there's a little gold in there. Has a huge amount of gold and silver sparkles, but it is really soft. Like usually when you have a lot of glitter in there, it's not so soft. This is actually still really, really soft. Same thing with Cocoa Chili. I mean, they're just really soft. They did a really nice job with making these so creamy. And just to get the next super glittery one out of the way, the next one is Blueberry Swirl. So this is Cocoa Chili, and this is Pink Sugar, and this is Blueberry Swirl. So these are the ones that have glitter. The rest of them are either matte or sheen. Oh, I'm sorry. Hot Fudge also has glitter in it. So one is almost like a dark chocolate brown black, a nice blue that's kind of like a nice like royal blue, and then a really nice like top pinky shade. It would look beautiful on your eyelid, and then this nice like hot cocoa with just that nice little bit of sparkle on it. Really, really pretty. So let me just swatch all of the sparkle ones for you so you can see, because I'm really, really enjoying these sparkle ones in there. So these are the sparkly ones. Just really pretty. And like I said, the only one that really comes across as super sparkly is that pink one, and then the Cocoa Chili. I would say that those two are the ones that are the most glittery, that come off in a swatch glittery. The other ones, they look glittery in the pan, but when the Hot Fudge and the Blueberry Swirl, once you swipe them, you could still see the glitters, but it's not as pronounced. The Cocoa Chili, you can definitely still see the shimmer, and as well for the pink one. You can see the shimmer better than this blue and this dark one. I hope that comes across on the camera okay. Anyways, moving on. So we swatched these two already. Now I'm going to get to this one, and this one is Puddin'. Not pudding, Puddin'. I love that. So this one is a matte. I'm sorry, I think I forgot to say matte or what they were. I will insert the name of whether or not they're matte or satin or sparkly. This is a matte. Ooh, I got glitter all over my finger. One moment. Okay, so Puddin' is a very nice, like, it's definitely a brown, but it's a very cool toned brown. So it's like a very cool toned milk chocolate brown. And then we have that blueberry swirl, which is that blue sparkly one. It looks so beautiful on swatch, but I think it's going to take a lot to build that one up. So you might have to work with that one a little harder. Okay, next one is peanut butter, and that's that one I was telling you. It's almost like a burnt orange. Very, very like orangey color. Looks so pretty though. And I know that the orange one in the Kat Von D star-studded palette, I really like that one. So I think this one will be fun to play with. It looks kind of like a caramel. And then frosting is the last one, and this one, peanut butter was a matte as well, sorry. Frosting is a satin. That one is so pretty. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That's so pretty. Oh, I like that one a lot. Frosting is very pretty. So that is that row. Ooh, I'm so excited to have this one. I think that this one is just going to be just as fun as the last one. So far I haven't found anything that's a hiccup other than that blueberry swirl just not being as, it's just a little patchy, might be a little harder to blend out, but I did not work with that one today, so I can't really say if it's going to be hard to work out. Okay, next one is the last row. It's going to go from Rum Raisin all the way down to here with the bigger peachy shimmer one, which is the one that I used in the corner of my eye today and a little bit on the inside. That's a Butter Pecan. So first is Rum Raisin, which is a satin. Mousse is a matte, like light tan color. I think they had one similar like this in the other chocolate bar palette. So it's perfect for a transition color. That's what I used. And then caramel is also a satin. And caramel is like a very nice bronzy color. So I like that one. And then Bonbon reminds me of like, kind of like a pinky rose chocolate. Like it's just like, it's brown, but it just looks more like on the pink side of brown. Okay, so let's do those. So Rum Raisin, Mousse, Caramel, and Bonbon. Ooh, look at that caramel. So that is the row for the third one. I like this caramel one. The Bonbon is really pretty too. See how it just has like those pinky rose gold undertones? Okay, and then the last one is another big one. It's Butter Pecan. This one is going to be perfect for in the corner. It can be perfect for all over your eyelid. It's just going to be so pretty. So this is Butter Pecan, and it's a satin, but it just seems to me like it's a very light satin. Like it's not super, super shiny. So it's definitely shiny, but it doesn't like, maybe because it's just so light in color, it doesn't go like, wow, shiny. It's just a beautiful color. I really like that one. So that is Butter Pecan. So that is all of them, you guys. I really hope that this helped make your decision. If I were to tell you to get this palette, I would say this is a good one to have. I think this is going to be really good for somebody who loves a natural eye look. The black is not as black as Makeup Geek Corrupt, but again, I can't find any that are. This pink shade is going to be beautiful just to even pat on the eyelid just to draw some light in. And then also this blue is really pretty, but I'm going to have to play with it a little bit because it's a little patchy, but you never know how it's going to blend on the eye. Maybe it's going to be better on the eye than it is on the swatch. But overall, I think they chose some really great colors, and this Dusty Rose Nougat with this Bonbon I think would look beautiful with those two. So let me get the other chocolate bar palette so we can compare. Okay, so I got my other chocolate bar palette. I have the one that's just the thinner edition, same exact thing, they just made it a little thinner. So when you compare the two, they're both tins. They both pretty much look the same, just the difference between the semi-sweet on there and not. Same with, let's open this one up. And then both of the, oh, so that is one. I didn't even notice till right now. Okay, so one huge, major difference that I think they've really listened to the people on is the names. This one has the names on the palette. This one has the names on the plastic thing. So there is a huge difference right there alone with having the names versus not. I know as a person that does these videos, it's so much easier to be able to tell somebody a name than it is to be able to tell them, okay, first row all the way to this one, because what if you lose your plastic thing? You're kind of screwed. So both of the tops look the same except for the color and the semi-sweet written on it. But you can see they both have two transition or brow bone shades that are very large. One thing I do notice is that this one has the purple, and instead their like standout color seems to be the blue this time instead of the purple. They both have a pink, but instead of the pink being matte, it has the sparkle in the new semi-sweet, and it's matte on the chocolate bar. And then this one, one of the things that stands out the most to me is this one seems to be more warm. It has a lot more of like the maroon colors and a little bit more of the oranges. It just seems to be a little bit warmer. This one has no maroon shades at all. The closest thing would be, I can't even say the rum raisin really because it's kind of like a taupe color. But you know, you could use this one, but it's more like a rose gold color. So again, there's definitely some differences. They definitely still have the same like brow bone shade with it being kind of like a off-white color. One does look a little bit more yellow than the other, but let's see. So definitely different names. I think that this one definitely focused a little bit more on like candy names, and I think this one just symbolizes like a little bit more of like items that you could use that are dessert. So like pudding and licorice, cocoa chili, rum raisin, kind of like toppings. It says nougat, which is in the candy bars. This one is a little bit more like triple fudge, marzipan, creme brulee, cherry cordial. So like I said, I think the biggest hurrah to Too Faced is they got rid of this and they put it on the palette. So now the names are on the palette. This one they don't. And then the biggest thing is I think this one feels warmer and this thing feels cooler. But it definitely has a lot of warm colors in here. But with the rum raisin and the pudding color are definitely just a little bit more cool. And then you have, you know, your blue and black. This one did not have a black in it. It just had this really dark chocolate brown right here. So there was no black in there. Oops, I just took a nice chunk out of rum raisin. I don't know why I seem out of breath. I feel like I can't take a breath. Okay, so they do have the same kind of gold color. One is called Frosting, and the other one is called Creme Brulee. The hot chocolate in the chocolate bar palette looks a lot like the rum raisin, and salted caramel kind of looks a lot like peanut butter. Let's see how many shimmers there are. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so both of them have 4 sparkles, ones that are more glittery to the eye. And let's see how many mattes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6 in the chocolate bar palette. Sorry, I'm just making sure that they're matte. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 7 in the semi-sweet. So the chocolate bar palette has 6 mattes and the semi-sweet has 7 mattes. And let's see. The only other noticeable difference that I see is that these bars, the 2 big ones, they actually are slightly bigger than these 2 bars. These 2 bars are just a little thinner. So it says on here, the 2 bars on this one are 0.42 ounces. So the 2 bars, the 2 bigger bars on the semi-sweet are 4.4 grams, and the 2 bars on the chocolate bar palette are 5.6 grams. So the 2 bars that are the bigger ones, like your transition or brow bone or something, is going to be larger on the chocolate bar palette than this one. So only the 2 big bars of creams and white and sparkle are different sizes. Other than that, you guys, the biggest difference is that there's just not a lot of red in the semi-sweet one. I think the semi-sweet one is definitely more neutral, and I think it's hard to say that when it has a giant blue one in there, but I definitely think it is just a little bit more neutral, and I think the chocolate bar palette has a little bit more play. Like this one right here is kind of like a khaki green color. It's not like an army green. Definitely nothing like that in this one. I think there's definitely more browns and cool tones in this one. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense. I want to give you guys a great review. So let me put them side by side so that you can see. This is the chocolate bar palette, and this is the semi-sweet. And then I will take some up-close pictures too that I will put after my goodbyes in this video so you can just kind of see it a little closer. But because they are so different, if you like both of them, I would suggest getting both of them. If I were not me and did not collect palettes, I wonder if I would get. So like I said, just getting rid of this alone is a huge step. Thank you, Too Faced, so much, because it's so annoying having to keep this in here and constantly like put it over the shades just to make sure that you know what shade you're looking at. So that's definitely a huge step. But, and it's like deceiving because you think that they're warmer tones, but this pan being a brown background makes it look so different than this one with being a tan background. So it's like fooling to the eye too, but there's definitely still some warm in here. I don't know. It's hard to say if I would get both. I think they definitely have something different to offer, but I think they're both great. Honestly, I really do. I think that both of them swatch nicely. Like, okay, that's one difference. That's a huge difference. So I just swatched something from the chocolate bar palette. Way more chalky and rough, way more rough. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I tested this. So these are 3 sparkles from the chocolate bar palette. See all the dust on them? Way more rough to the touch and way more dusty and powdery. So let me show you again 3 sparkles from the semi-sweet. Again, so much smoother to the touch and soft. You don't notice the glitter at all. So these are 3 from the semi-sweet. So big differences. There's not a lot of chunkiness. It's definitely way smoother to the touch. So, you know, knowing that, I don't know. I would still get them both because I'm me. But if you did not get the chocolate bar palette, if I were to tell you to get the semi-sweet over the chocolate bar palette. I think I would. I don't know. I really like the maroons in the chocolate bar palette, and I like the purple and the pink, but I don't know. I think that the semi-sweet is definitely giving it a run for its money. So I think they're both great palettes, you guys. I definitely think if you can afford both, or you already have the chocolate bar palette, I think it's worth it to get the semi-sweet. I don't think it's one that you should pass on. If you can get it, I would definitely get it. I hope that helps you guys. I really am excited when I get to do these reviews for something that you may not already have because you don't have VIB or VIB Rouge. According to Too Faced's website, the semi-sweet will be available on launch on the 26th, the day after Christmas. I'm not sure if Sephora is going to release it before then. I haven't heard from Sephora or seen anything on the website of when it's going to come out. If somebody watching this knows, if you want to let everybody else know, that'd be great, because I know sometimes everybody has different information. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, so you can see more reviews. I have a new, another new couple of palettes to show you that I'm going to do reviews on and swatches. Let me know down below if you got this palette, if you're a VIB Rouge member, or maybe you already ordered it and it's on its way, and tell me what you think about it. Tell me, do you already have the chocolate bar? Would you buy both, or would you only buy this one? Let me know. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye guys.